I have to admit to myself that there's some desire to have people look at me and be like, he's cool, you know?
Right.
And that feels so lame to say. Welcome back to The Hook Podcast. It's DG the artist.
It's your boy Riz.
It's the boy.
And today we wanted to talk about, I think our main topic is just like, how famous do we want to be and how famous do you want to be?
Bang, bang, bang.
Like, let us know that in the comments too after you give our discussion a little listen. First, we wanted to give a special thanks to the people who left comments super fast on the most recent episode. We put the most recent episode out today.
Thanks, guys.
We love
So we
you.
only have a couple questions to go through, but we do want to go through them anyway, so thank you for doing that.
You're great.
Yeah. First question comes from Redding26.
Huge.
Thank you for the question.
Shout out.
Thank you, Redding.
Redding says, would you rather buy an 8-bar feature from Pitbull for $30,000 or play 8-ball pool with Matthew McConaughey, but if you lose, you have to chop off one random finger?
Okay. Whoa, not
There's
fair.
a lot here.
I love Pitbull. Mr. Worldwide.
But
Come
only
on.
8 bars for $30,000?
Oh.
Only $30,000 for the Pitbull?
Bro, I said $10K for Travis Scott, 16 bars. I'm not paying $30,000.
Yeah, but you want to lose a finger?
No, I really don't want to lose a finger, but that means I just need to win pool.
I'm paying
Are you good at
$300,000.
No, I suck at pool.
You lose
I
a
guess,
finger, buddy.
Okay, then here's how I'm viewing the question. I'm going to pay $30,000 to keep my finger. And then I happen to get a Pitbull verse on
Okay.
top of it, you know?
Sure.
That's
Just
how
say you hate Pitbull.
I don't
guess.
there's no hate
He's
to
the
Pitbull.
king of Miami.
No hate to Pitbull.
Mr. Worldwide.
None.
Mr. 305.
I want to pay Pitbull $300,000
I
for an
love
8-bar verse
Pitbull.
just because he's awesome.
I'll pay him $30 just to see
Pitbull,
him.
I'll give you a 20 if you rap on my
I
song.
would give him $30K if I could be in a bald cap next to him for one video.
A bald cap?
Why do you want to be in a bald cap?
Because he's bald, and then I'm in a bald cap, and I'm cosplaying him, and we're together.
Oh, it's
and then
like a
we
cosplay
kiss.
thing.
It's two pitbulls kissing. Money well
And you would pay
spent.
$30,000.
You have a great brain.
That's
Thank
really,
you,
I
thank
really
you.
like that.
That's an increasingly interestingly idea.
You're
There's
like,
something to it. There's definitely
you're like,
something
how
to
do
it.
we tell Risk not to show up for the next filming?
She's
For
catching
the
on.
next episode.
I think we all said Pitbull. Did you?
Oh yeah, well I'm paying Pitbull $300,000.
300.
Pitbull deserves way more than $30,000.
We
Give
love
him an extra
Pitbull.
0. It's Mr. Worldwide. You only get one chance to get 8 bars
Yeah.
from him.
That's fair. All right, $3 million to Pitbull. Next question comes from Goodman's Health. I think he might be one of our biggest fans. Goodman's Health says, "What will you call your trio?" So I mean, we've been talking about making a song,
Yeah.
all three of us, for a while.
Would we actually like make it a group? Would we make it like a little kismet moment?
Yeah, I don't think we have to make it. I think we can do like the Travis Scott, Playboy Cardi, Future
Right,
thing,
right.
where there's just a lot of songs that have Travis Scott, Playboy Cardi, and Future.
Yeah.
But they're not a.
They're not a
They're not a
thing. But if we were to make a group, what would we call it? I think we've already done the Hook
The Hook Podcast.
There you go. That's pretty on point.
Why? So why did we call it The Hook? Because we've never addressed that.
Oh, have we not?
I don't think we've addressed it. I don't think even in the first episode we talked about
Do
it.
you remember?
Yeah, I
forgot.
remember. I thought we should have called it the Indie Artist Club, but I think
Oh,
the review was that's a little too on the nose, and the hook sounds cooler.
Yeah.
So that was your idea. So shout out to you
Yeah.
for the cool ideas.
I remember. I remember when we were first talking about it. I said we should be the Closed Mic Podcast. Because we all met at an open mic.
She's like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I just remember thinking of opposite of
Oh,
open
right.
mic
Open
is
mic, because we
closed
met
mic.
at the open mic.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's not very good.
I
either.
love it when I'm in a group project and people have, all ideas are good ideas, but some are acceptable.
Some ideas are better than others.
I'm kidding.
Yeah,
No, I think it was truly that we were just like so taken by the concept of like what the hook is in music and that catchiness, and that's what we want to embody is like making a podcast.
Having something that gets you interested.
Yeah.
And then you stay for the conversation that
you
ensues.
stay for us and our lovely personalities.
Yeah. I guess we're the hook. I guess we probably don't need a name as a trio.
No.
For our songs. I think DG the artist, Risk and the vibe, or any permutation of those three.
DGRSCTV is like
It's not good. It's not very good.
No, it kind of,
The
we're all
consonants and vowels
initials.
don't match up, I think.
Is there any way that it's like pronounceable if we put them in a certain order, like Tvriskdig?
Risk TV Doug.
Risk.
There's a one vowel.
There's no vowels.
No.
There are no vowels.
Not
This
allowed.
doesn't work.
Although I will say when I like import all our audio for editing this podcast, I always like that I just name them RSC, DG,
Yeah,
TV.
it makes it
like it's
easy.
really good. We all have a 2 or 3 letter thing we go by.
know.
So
I think
it's very good.
works.
Yeah.
I think it
We could
works.
be the 2 to 3 letter squad.
Oh,
How's that?
We could be
how
the no
about
vowel squad.
No vowels.
No
is actually
vowels?
kind of a
no
dope
vowels?
group.
No vowels?
Is, wait, we've done it.
Oh,
No vowels?
right. No vowels.
Our minds are
And then
do
on the
that.
songs, we all speak with no vowels.
Okay, too far. Again,
all our singing.
some ideas are better than others. I love that we're spitballing. though.
We're figuring it out. No, I kind of fuck with no
I
vowels.
like no vowels.
No
a
vowels is
lot.
pretty
No
good.
vowels?
Sounds hard.
Yeah.
So basically, no vowels. The group
no vowels.
started today, right before your very eyes.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's
Thank
pretty
you,
good.
Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
No vowels.
We needed that. We needed that.
Thank you for the question. Once again, if you have any questions for us, leave them in the comments below. And now it is time to get into our hook of the day, so to speak. How famous do you want to be? Risk.
Yeah. So this might seem like a straightforward question, but I really don't think it is because
I think we all have different answers.
I'm
So-
really interested.
I think
Yeah.
they're wrong and I'm always right.
I
Anyway,
think you
continue.
have a little something on your hat that I'm going to be annoyed with if I see it for
Something
any
in the
longer.
hair too, right? Right
Aw,
next to
man.
It was all the banana duck stuffing.
Oh man.
Banana duck had surgery today and had a bunch of stuffing come out of him.
You got a tie on too.
Yes, I'm a professional of the vibe today.
Oh, yeah, where are your
I'm a
glasses?
PH
Oh,
the
okay.
vibe.
There
I'm
they are.
PH the vibe.
PH
PH the vibe.
PhD
PH the baby. I am I am PH the baby.
Okay, so
today.
essentially, if you asked me when I was younger, I would probably say like super famous. Like I want to be Shakira. I want to be,
global.
Cascada.
Right.
You know, Britney Spears.
Yes.
Baby no money.
Pop star. Baby no money.
Right, that's what I was being raised with. But then I feel like over the last couple years, like it took me a long time of being like, yes, this is the goal that I have. Because you know how you set a goal sometimes when you're a kid or whenever, and then you don't question it for a really long time?
Yeah.
Have you ever gone through that?
100%.
Where it's like you set something and then you're like, you're like crying. What's happening?
I'm trying to think. What do you mean question?
Like for an example, as just like a aside, let's say you wanted to be a doctor when you were a kid.
Yeah.
And then you pursued that the whole time because you were like, I want to be a doctor. Ever since I was a
Yeah.
kid, I said I
Right.
wanted to be a doctor.
Right.
And then you start studying and you're still doing it because you're like, I want to be a doctor. And people say it's hard, it's not easy. And then you get to the point where you're like, I don't want to be a doctor
Right.
after all.
You realize what it all entails.
Yeah.
And it turns out you didn't want to be a doctor. You wanted to help
X, Y, and Z.
people.
Yes. Right.
you
Right.
wanted
Right. Right.
to,
Right. Right.
you know,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. You wanted
Have
to
you
look
ever
at
had
blood.
something? Okay.
I don't know. Maybe you
Not
maybe
really.
you really want to be a vampire.
Okay. Whoa, we're getting into Frankenstein territory.
Yeah, no, for me, I always wanted to create. I was 7 years old. I was like, I'm going to be an artist. I was 11 years old. I'm going to be a YouTuber. I was 19
Okay.
years old. I'm going to be a megastar
Got it. So it's always been.
It's always been, these are the things I genuinely want to do because I love to create, and this is how I want to create.
Yeah.
And like understanding that has taken a while, but I've never been like, I want to do this thing and I don't know why.
I see.
I want to do it because I know why.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I think I've always known that I want to be an artist. I always known that I wanted to, perform and entertain and provide a sense of like relief for people through entertainment and whatever.
Yeah.
But the thing that I've come to question is the level at which I want to do it.
Yeah.
You know, because
Yeah.
So the thing that I said when I was a kid was, I want to be famous. I
Right.
want
Yeah.
everybody to know me. I
Yeah.
want to be on these huge stages.
Billboards and
And
shit.
now
Yeah.
I'm like, I think it's so interesting if we look back at like what like pop culture, how that kind of like became this thing in the early 2000s, looking back at that, which is what I was raised with, what we were raised with, huge celebrity status, right?
Mm-hmm.
Britney Spears, Justin Bieber. But then you look at the
Beyonce.
the trade-off of that,
Yeah.
which is they're being like hunted by the paparazzi.
You're not a real person.
You're
anymore.
not a real
You're not a real
person.
person. Yeah.
And like, I think some people might have the continents to deal with that, and I don't think I do.
Yeah.
I'm barely holding on mentally. So
Sure.
if
Yeah.
I have like, if I have like one panic attack in public and a paparazzi sees me and makes it worse, and now I have fans, and maybe somehow it gets twisted into she's rude to her fans, she's rude to the paparazzi, she's a bitch. Like, all of a sudden, I feel like it can just turn into this thing where like you have no control over who you are and how you're seen, and that's terrifying to me.
Yeah. I can definitely understand that fear. Like, yeah, because there's a certain point where you no longer have any control over the narrative about you.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you're a small enough figure, like, okay, let's just take somebody who has no fame, and they're just somebody who, lives in a neighborhood. They have friends, family, whatever.
Sure.
Okay, they do something kind of bad.
Yeah.
And all their friends and family are like, oh, that wasn't very good. We think a little worse of you now. But then they can just go to each of those people and be like, I'm sorry, or here's the explanation for why, and the people will maybe understand them, give them a second chance.
And they give them the benefit of the doubt because they know them.
Because they know them personally.
Right.
That's like, but then I feel like the next level is you have a little fame, and maybe you're like a YouTuber with like 10, 20,000 subscribers.
Sure.
You do something kind of sus. The fans are like, I don't know about that, but then you can make a
cancel
video.
him?
You make a video about it and you explain your side of the thing, and then probably people are still going to be okay with you.
Yeah.
But there's a certain point of fame, I don't know where it is,
Right.
somewhere where you completely lose control of that.
Yeah.
Like it's no longer in your
I'd like to share
realm.
a quote on this, actually.
Yeah.
Finally, I'm not the only one with the quotes.
yes.
I'm sat.
So Warren Buffett often says when it comes to businesses, but I guess people in general, is eventually you'll have the reputation you deserve. And so for me, as someone who tries to think really long term with the things that I'm doing, I understand that I can mess up now, or I might not have control now, or things can go wrong. But I just try to look at things aggregate in like the whole of my lifespan.
See.
And if I at the very least believe that I'm taking like the best action and doing the best that I can over time, I think that is going to be more visible than an instance of something being like taken out of context.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. And also, if we're just the conversation is steered to like, being taken out of context or being seen as a worse person than you are or whatever. I feel like nowadays people have like pretty short like memories.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. That's the
There's-
other thing too. Like, when you talk about a celebrity getting canceled or like, in general, just having a bad reputation.
I mean,
most of the time people aren't thinking about that person anyway.
right.
Yeah.
James Charles is still somehow getting paid.
Sure. Yeah.
What? Like these things, like there's so many people who have been canceled or whatever.
Yeah.
And some
I think there are
people,
very few instances of a celebrity actually being like canceled.
Yeah, like blacklisted, right.
Yeah, like
I think more towards like late 2010, like 2019, 2018, maybe 2020. I think the cancel culture idea was actually like effective in terms of we're not going to support him, and then that person may have lost.
Yeah.
I don't have any direct examples, but they may have lost business deals or blah 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 as a result.
Sure.
Yeah, like the actor. I think it's more so effective in like when the Me Too movement was coming out, and that was like really in the acting space. I feel like YouTube culture, like Shane Dawson, people are like pretty against him still and like whatnot. But there's certain celebrities like that, like makeup mogul person who's like blonde, Jeffree Star, who's still making content. Like it's really shocking what you can say and like the history that you can have up on the internet, and people will like still. There's always gonna be like contrarians and whatever. That will.
It's just so big. It's so many people.
Yeah.
Like it's easy to compartmentalize.
Yeah.
I think what's interesting though is I think what we're talking about too is like how what we all want out of this, right?
Yeah.
Like, because you can say, okay, even if you are canceled or whatever, you're probably still going to be able to have an okay career if you have enough fans to start with. You'll probably be okay. But is that a life that you want to live?
Yeah.
That's as the celebrity.
Right.
Like,
I think
that
I would
seems
lose
miserable.
my mind.
It seems miserable.
If I can't go to the grocery store without people being like, I deserve access to your physical self and your space.
Yeah.
And like, you are now an icon and something on a shelf for me. And like, what a privilege that is in a way.
Yeah.
Like the privilege of having people love you that much and love your work that much and being able to have the money and the marketing and whatever support to get to that point is a privilege. Yes. But that would drive me insane. I'm trying to get an apple. I'm trying to get my little red pepper.
Right.
And someone is behind me being like, you didn't take a picture with me. Get out of my face. I'm on Chapel Rowan side all day.
Yeah.
But people hate Chapel Rowan because she's been like sticking up for herself. And, you know, coming across as rude when people demand her presence. And people are like, if you're a star, that is the trade-off. Like, you have to come to terms with, if this is the lifestyle you want, you have to give it up.
That's the arguments I've heard a lot from people who are like, oh, well, we don't really have to give them much moral consideration or whatever with how we treat them.
No, that's wild. No, that wild. The other perspective, that is wild. I think the perspective of you're a star and this is the trade-off you make, I think that is like an okay perspective. But from the other side of you're a star, so we get to not get, that's crazy. That's wild. Okay, that's
I know.
No,
that's wild.
I disagree with
They
it
take
completely.
away your humanity.
And maybe they're both sides of different sides of the same coin.
I mean, they kind of
So-
are, but I get what you're. The distinction is there.
So how famous do you want to be? What would if you could
How do you
define
categorize fame? Like, what are the segmentations of fame here?
Oh my gosh, that's really hard. I've never tried to categorize
So,
it.
like, a little famous, pretty famous, where you're known, really famous, or megastar. Those are the four.
So I kind of like place it into like people that I would see in those
Okay.
categories,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
megastar, like Billie Eilish,
Okay.
Yeah.
Chapel Roan at this point,
Sure.
you know, people like that, where it's like you see them, you
Drizzy.
recognize them, you go up to them, they probably have a crowd around them already.
Right.
The
Because
paparazzi-
everybody knows them.
The paparazzi is following them. They can't, you know. Like you exit your hotel room and cameras are flashing.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So don't want to be there.
No.
Thought I did, but don't. I don't.
Yeah.
I think under that would be like Kai Cenat.
Kai Cenat
He's-
definitely
You think he's
had.
with the Billie Eilish?
I think
He's
Kai
getting
Cenat's a
there if he's
megastar right
not-
now.
Are people like
in the right generation at least.
You're right. Yeah,
I don't know. I
he's
think
probably getting like football piled
I
by
would
like
imagine
children.
that with Gen Alpha, he's probably much more
Yeah,
popular
you're
than
right.
Billie Eilish.
That's
I
a
would
good
even
point.
say
You
if you
know,
walk
like-
into a random room and say both Kai Cenat and Billie Eilish, the exact same amount of people would
You're
know both names.
right.
Like, even if it's not the same people, the same number of people.
He's probably S tier.
He's probably S.
He's
tier
S.
now.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
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 Dude's doing State Farm commercials.
Yeah,
What are you
no, that's
talking-
true.
What
That's
are you
true.
talking
know
about?
that. I didn't
That's
know.
true.
Old people.
Although
Like, come
I
on.
will say though, no, I think Billie Eilish is much more broad appeal to all generations.
Internationally
I'm
as well.
I'm pretty sure my parents don't know who Kai Cenat is, but I
Okay.
think they know who Billie Eilish
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like yeah.
No, but I think the people who would be, you know, chasing you down the street are probably the younger people anyway.
Yeah, I think it's fair to put Kai Cenat in that top tier of
Yeah.
like the most famous people.
Okay.
Just because of like in any given place there are going to be a lot of people who know who he is.
I don't know
you
then. Like a Drew Gooden or something.
Oh, that's a
like,
good answer. Yeah,
like
that's
maybe
good.
that's
That's
the
good.
next tier. It's like you have
Yeah.
millions of followers.
Yeah.
But
Lil
I also-
Yachty, you know?
Yeah,
I
Lil
also
Yachty.
think there's like
Like he's huge.
Lil Yachty's huge.
But yeah, not like Drake,
Yeah.
not like yeah.
it's interesting
I
to
think he's
me
in the tier under, yeah.
because there's also certain fan bases that cultivate some sort of sense of respect.
Mm-hmm.
Like thinking of Drew Gooden's fan base, they're not the kind of people who are going to see that he's extremely aggravated in public and continue to, you know, hunt him down.
Yeah.
Oh, good point. Good
But
point.
I don't know if you can actually
I don't know
build
if
that
Yachty
in
would
music.
get that. Yeah, I don't know if Yachty gets that
You know,
respect.
I don't think so.
Sorry, Yachty.
Sorry, bub.
That sucks.
really
would you
hard
think
for
it has
you.
more to do
Yeah.
with community then? Because I would say what Drew
Yeah.
Gooden has is more akin to like a YouTube channel, but it's a community there
It
as opposed to
is.
Yachty, who definitely
Yeah.
artist is a community, but he's more so of like an artist star and some
Yeah.
people
Totally.
generally know.
Right.
I mean, yeah, because I'm even thinking like some really big YouTubers like. Well, maybe this is showing my age, but I was gonna say like Rhett and Link
Yeah,
are
yeah,
like
yeah.
huge YouTube names.
Yeah.
Like they've been there forever.
Yeah.
But I still feel like you see them in public, and if you see that they're kind of annoyed,
Mm-hmm.
you're not gonna.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure they deal with that sometimes, but it
Yeah.
doesn't seem like overall at large their fan base is going to be a very disrespectful one.
Do you
Right,
think? Do
exactly.
you think that's like the level of fame or what they've built?
I think that might just be the medium.
yeah, I think
More
that's
so
what
than
they.
the
I
the
think that's
level
what
of
they
fame,
built.
because I
Yeah.
feel like
And how much humanity you can show, because I feel like all the
Right.
time we're hearing celebrities being like, I'm a mad.
Yeah. Although, isn't that interesting that like in music, which I feel like is one of the most personal things, that people don't see you as a human when you're making music?
Because I think the distinction is once you reach that level, you become an icon.
Mm-hmm.
And so once you're in an icon status, you're
symbolic of
you're
something.
not a dad. Rhett and Link are like fathers,
right.
you know? Like we see them who they are and what they are in the people that love them.
Yeah.
Icons were like, we think of like Elvis, where it's like you're.
Oh yeah.
We think of like Michael Jackson.
And that's the thing. Yeah, Rhett and Link, I mean, I'm sure they do live events. I'm not super familiar with what they do in person, but it's not like, you picture Taylor Swift on a stage.
Yeah.
You picture Rhett and Link on your computer.
Right.
It's different,
Yeah, when you're eating your meals.
Yeah.
It's communal.
So, yeah, I don't know. It might just be that. Like, we're way off where we were trying to be with this, like the levels of fame.
Yeah.
But
right.
like, because you might, like, okay, now here's a question actually. Would you want to be the biggest YouTuber on earth? If that means, because there might be a way to be that level of fame, but still have a fan base that respects you. And maybe it's just by being a YouTuber.
Oh,
you know?
Wow. So if I could have best of both worlds, would I want to be that famous?
Would you want that? Yeah.
Oh gosh. I mean, what's the let me take over the world. Actually, you've convinced me. I've changed my mind.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I mean, what's the drawback then?
Same thing. Privacy. There's a lot of stress. You also employ a bunch of people, so now you're responsible for the livelihood.
But how lovely is that? Everyone's doing something they like.
Lovely's great, but how much all the pressure is now on you.
But I would assume if you're that famous, you also have then like a business manager. You have
Yeah,
a finance.
of course,
You know, like then.
But anything
you're not
goes
doing
wrong.
It alone.
Anything goes wrong, it always is on you.
Yeah. Any sort of like weird stuff in the workplace, like
Always
HR
on you.
issues, that
Right.
comes
Whether
back
you
to
know about it,
Right.
everything.
Yeah. And like, you're still gonna get death threats.
Oh.
At
And,
basically
you know,
any level.
Wait,
I'm waiting for my death threats.
That's just life.
I'm waiting.
I'm
for
waiting.
them.
That's how I know I'm starting to make it. People are saying, "I want you dead. Let's go."
I hate you so
I-
bad.
yeah.
I know
want
what
you-
I'm commenting on your next video.
Yeah, right.
I'm asking
What
for
the
it. Fast forward.
No. And I'm really like a paranoid person,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I don't know. Actually, never mind. Just based on that alone,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
wouldn't want that level of fame.
Yeah, because it's gonna happen.
I'm
know-
so terrified of that concept.
Yeah, it's always it's a funny thing to me how like whenever there's a news report about like a big YouTuber or a viral video, they always talk about all the great stuff and then they say, and she's gotten death threats, and it's like we treat it like it's a surprise at this point, but it just is so commonplace.
It humanizes.
Like
it humanizes though.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's important. I think it's important to always mention it and to keep bringing that up with all this stuff. But
Yeah.
it's not even a surprise anymore. When
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
it's like-
YouTuber gets death threats. Okay.
I
Like,
mean, it's just so messed up.
Yeah.
I've gotten not death threats, but like the level of vitriol that has come my way from just like a few viral Instagram posts.
Same.
Insanity.
Same.
Hey, like I think the weird thing about social media is like there is somehow people say they have. I know that it's because they think that they're anonymous or they're unreachable or untouchable or whatever. Like I understand the psychology of it.
Yeah.
But still, the fact that you can sit down, look at this 20-something-year-old girl, and be like, "You're the worst, most vile, disgusting get a hobby, I guess."
No,
you
it's
know?
it's so true. I mean, I think part of getting that level of recognition online is just getting used to that. Like,
Yeah.
I will say, when I was really into making cubing videos and stuff, like after a while and I was starting to get some traction, there would be hate comments regularly,
Yeah.
and like you
So
kind of just
weird.
like at a certain point you realize that they actually don't know anything.
Yeah.
They don't actually have any further insight into your life that can
Yeah.
tell you anything about yourself that you didn't already know.
Yeah.
And so you kind of just ignore it or find it silly and take a screenshot of it and send your friends.
Yeah.
But
Is
like,
that how you deal with it? Do you
Me?
do you find it silly or like is it inconsequential? Like how do you see it?
See
Because you're
what?
like you're asking for them, so like where's
Because,
that?
I'm asking for it because I know it's a part of it, right?
so you're saying once you get it, it's a sign that you've made it.
Yeah, because you're gonna get like the positive stuff,
Uh-huh.
and you're gonna get the negative stuff. And I
Right.
think if you're not getting the negative stuff, like there's something's wrong,
Oh.
right? Like someone has to not like you in order for you to be doing your thing really well.
It is
And
also
not even because you're a bad person.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
it's the amount of reach that you have.
Yeah.
yeah. I can see that, but also if you're not getting it, but you're still doing the numbers and getting positive comments and stuff.
But
like
who's
that's,
doing,
you
who's
get the
doing the
numbers?
Who's exactly? Who's doing the numbers and not getting and only getting positive comments? That's my point.
No, it's true.
The only things that have gone viral for me is when I get a ton of hate comments.
Yeah.
Like if I don't think I've ever had one thing that doesn't like pop off without there being like at least the very beginning, like 30% of the comments being mean,
right,
or like anti,
or at the very least, people have to have something to say, and it's a lot easier for them to have something bad to say.
Yeah,
that's the thing I found. So my one viral Instagram reel that I've had so far is my Twitch vlog, and if you might have seen it on YouTube or whatever, or TikTok or Instagram. Yeah, that
Slaps.
one. But that, I mean, it's continuing to pop off. Like every morning, I wake up to a couple comments on
Love.
it. We're almost at 1 million views, which is
Okay.
crazy. But there were kind of like 2 types of comments I got. The one that I get the most, like every morning I wake up to at least one of these, is people saying I'm Wyatt. Which is great.
Right.
That's the good kind of comment. They're playing along with the joke. They're
Yeah,
having fun
yeah,
with the video.
yeah, yeah.
Everybody's Wyatt. It's just a little bit, and that's fun. I love that. And then the other types of comments I get are from people who really hate Twitch and think that I'm responsible for why they hate Twitch.
Oh, because I looked at that video
Yeah.
and there were so many people talking about Hassan.
Yeah. So
Do you know the tea about Hassan?
The dog stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So here's what I found hilarious, right? Is that they're getting mad at somebody or the 2 types of hate comments I got on that video are either because there's animal abuse on the platform or because Twitch is anti-Semitic. And what I find hilarious is that I'm a vegan Jew. So, you know, like they don't know anything
You of
about
all
me.
people.
They know nothing about me.
Right.
But they want to talk and they want to air their grievances at Twitch. Like, look, I'll also say I'll clear the air here. I work for Twitch, but I'm very much on the back end side. Like legit, my boss's boss has nothing to do with any of the Twitch drama that you're aware of.
Let's be honest. You're the CEO.
Yeah, I was gonna say why are you can lie when we're not here, but when we're gonna call you on your BS.
I mean the CEO is named Dan, so it's.
I'm just saying, sounds like a code name to me. That's more code name.
But anyway.
No, I know. People
you know what I mean?
Like so personally.
Well, let's take that idea of you, that video going viral for you. How does that like relate to your level of fame that you're comfortable with?
Yeah, I like an occasional video like that. I don't have a problem with it. It is like, getting a decent amount of hate comments, because there are a lot of those comments that say things like, oh, ban Hassan or whatever. Like it's not always that like straightforward.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, there was one where they called us, everybody who works at Twitch, they were like, this is why you don't ban people, because you're all left-wing virgins. And I was like, all right.
Are you reading a lot of the comments though? Are you reading? Like,
I go through and read sometimes.
Okay.
I usually what I do on posts that don't do that well is I'll check the post and then I like to reply to people, because usually it's nice stuff. On the videos like that do really well, I'll see them as they come in the notifications and I just sort of scroll by. And then sometimes there's one that like strikes me that I want to reply to. Usually nice ones I want to reply to. If I see something that's particularly nice, or a hate comment where I have a really good comeback.
I know. I do be beefing with people in my comment section.
Every once
it's a fun
in a while,
pastime for me.
I'm very passive aggressive with it though. I never get like on the offense. I just like let them realize how dumb they are.
Yeah.
Like
I also love slipping a your mom joke in there, pissing them off.
That's awesome.
They're like, no, I'm supposed to be making you mad.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think no, this sort of thing is, I like that level of fame occasionally, and I would like my normal posts to be somewhere between that and what they currently do. I don't think I want to go much beyond that on the regular.
But then what about in terms of like your music career?
Yes. I guess I'm including music in this too. Like when I say posts, I mean all of it: songs, videos, Instagram posts, whatever. All of it's one thing.
So then,
it's
in
all the
terms
same
of
machine.
like, maybe I'm boiling like fame down to like impact or something like that. Like, you want to be like a local legend, or do you want to be able to do like tours and everyone in the like major cities that you're hitting knows you?
Yeah, I would like to have some larger fan base than I currently have to enjoy the stuff that I put out there. But first and foremost is people in person. Like I love when I go to open mic nights or do local shows in the DC area. I mean, we got a show coming up
Right.
this week.
Shout
as of when we're filming this.
out.
I don't know if this will go up before the show, but if it does, get your tickets. If it doesn't,
Here's a clip.
here's a clip. And Risk has a show
Oh wow.
in the DC area
December
coming up
6th.
December 6th. So pull up to that. This should be out before then.
My
for sure.
first show ever, so
Yeah.
be gentle with me.
But yeah, no, I love that. Like, you know, the open mic nights that I've been going to and stuff, like I've started to meet people there who like tell me they really like my music, and it's like sometimes it's people who I don't know. You know, they've just seen me
Oh my
on
god,
stage.
what a weird feeling.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
I love that, you know?
Yeah.
And so my real like basically my dream is this, like right here, right now, but with like slightly more people involved in it. You know,
Yeah.
that's really it. It's like, and the reason I want more people involved in it is so that we can sort of form more of a community around it.
Right.
I want it to be a community.
There's
you
upward
know?
mobility.
Yeah.
And I want it to be like, okay, right now when we're doing this show, we're working really hard on promoting this show.
Yeah.
I would love to get to the point where I can just post one time about a show that I'm doing at a 50-person venue, and then I don't have to worry about it again until the night of, and there are 50 people there.
Right.
That's my dream.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I don't need to sell out 2,000-person venues.
Wow.
Like, we can sell out a 50-person venue.
Uh-huh.
It just takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
you
This
know?
is going to be really interesting
Yeah.
because I think we're about to get whiplash with the opposite coming from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what
You're
about
trying to-
your level of
I'm
fame?
The
greatest
Vibe
of
Stadium
all
tour.
time, in all time, forever and more. I'm looking at Walt Disney. I'm looking at Steve.
You want to be a
Jobs.
household name.
Yeah, I want legend. I want 5,000 years in the future. Even
Yeah.
if you don't know my name, The Vibe,
Right.
you're experiencing something as a direct result of what I've created.
There's a
in this
totem pole
lifetime.
with your face on it.
Not even
somewhere.
that. I don't need that. But I do very
he
much
doesn't
value
need that.
scale
Yeah.
with an impact, and I value purpose so much that I want my purpose to have that scale with an impact, and I know the way to do that at the largest levels is scale. It's going
Yeah.
as
Yep,
big,
yep,
as
yep, yep.
impactful, as
Yeah.
noticeable as possible.
Yeah.
You're going to have the most impact on the most people that way. Yeah,
Exactly. And
sure.
so like obviously you want to measure with depth as well, right? You want it
Yeah.
to be deep and meaningful impact, which is why, I make art. Right?
Right.
Art,
right.
yeah, it's easy. It's more easy for me to go deep with art than it is to like start a convenience store. And
Or a cult.
you have Walmart, yeah, or like if you're Sam Walton, you started Walmart. It's
Sure.
really useful,
Oh,
but it's not
wow.
the deepest change
I
on
see.
people's lives.
Right.
It
Oh,
helps
okay.
people as
Yes.
opposed to like real. Like I want to make stuff that changes
That actually
lives
impacts.
deeply.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, this checks. You hear a lot of people talk about how like this artist saved them.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
like, yeah. So you want to do that. For
exactly.
people.
I'm making for the specific purpose of creating great change.
Mm.
And so if I'm not doing that, or if in order to do that, I need to go 10,000 times bigger and sacrifice that privacy or whatever it is, I'm so willing to do that.
You're willing to do that.
So I have a serious question for
Yeah.
you. Are you scared of that?
Scared of what? I'm scared of everything, every
Yeah.
moment of my life. I
Yeah,
just have
yeah.
way more courage than fear.
That's amazing.
Yes, yes.
But like in those moments when you're on your own,
Yes.
and there's somebody stalking you, or there's like 1,000 death threats coming
Yes,
at
yes,
you.
yes.
Yes.
How do you cope with it? What do you do?
I focus on purpose. That's it. I focus on purpose. What's my goal? What am I moving towards? I put all my time and energy into that. If I can do nothing to change how other people act,
Yeah.
that would affect me, then I'm not going to pay attention to it. If I can take an action that can protect me or the people around me, I'll take that immediately without any hesitation. But otherwise, every single moment, every single bit of my time, energy, and attention goes towards that thing that I'm moving towards. And I don't let any of the noise distract me,
Yeah.
good or bad.
Whoa.
That's
Even,
great.
even if it's like compliment, even if it's
Sure.
like I love your stuff so much.
Oh,
It's like,
sure.
Right?
That doesn't.
So
You can't
you're
let- I
on
can't
the
let that,
side of the people who are like, I'm at the grocery store and I'm buying apple.
I'm
buying
playing
my
into
little
it.
red
That's my
pepper.
responsibility. You say it's the vibe. It's the vibe. Like I'm going crazy
Right.
every
You don't
time.
think that you would get exhausted?
That's what I choose to do. I choose to do that. If I just had the worst day of my life,
Uh-huh.
and someone comes up to me and screams, "It's the vibe!" I'm screaming, "It's the vibe!" That's the decision.
Because that's
I'm
what
making.
you. Because also I feel like that's when people are that. Because I'm seeing it as like disrespectful or seeing me like not as a human. But for you, it's like this is a indication that I'm doing. Like I'm actually fulfilling what I said.
Yeah,
out to
and
do.
also it's like, well, that's the that's a responsibility that I've actively worked towards.
Yeah.
Like I'm working
That's
to
your
be,
dream.
Exactly. Like if someone comes up to me in public and I'm uncomfortable about it, bro, I have a responsibility to respond like with the energy, with whatever it is, whatever they need in that moment.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna meet them there.
Yeah, you're the like.
You have a superstar mentality.
Yeah.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
Crazy, huh?
I mean, yeah, I will say like the first time I saw you, like I forget if we've talked about this on the podcast before, but like the first time, my first experience of the vibe was seeing him on stage.
Yeah.
Like we didn't just meet and speak to each other. I saw him on stage performing fantastic.
Right.
And I was like, oh
Yeah,
my God,
whoa.
like this guy's a
He's
star.
got it.
Why is he at an open mic? Why is he not
Yeah.
at a stadium right now? You know, and then we talked and like I was very surprised at how down to earth you actually are.
I'm not down to earth. I have a huge ego, and I'm the greatest in the world.
I was gonna
and
say,
if you talk to me, I'm gonna
inflate
call you a
it.
loser, and I have more money than I'm actually broke.
No. but no, you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
But you exude that like superstar energy
Where it matters.
where it matters.
Yeah. That's really important to me. Like being able to engage with the aspects of life in a way that is necessary. How do I explain this? I think I have this idea of like wires being crossed. Like it's really easy to take ideas or principles or lessons from one area of your life. Let's say your work, right?
Sure.
And then add that into another area, like your relationships. And maybe the things that help you out in your work life actually destroy your relationship. And you have to engage with your relationships in a completely different way than in your at times, right? At times it's like they help each other.
Sure.
And so for me, it's really important for me to know where that like big ego, I'm going to do the greatest thing in the world. Where in my life does that need to be, and where would that destroy my life and like hurt the people I love?
Right.
Oh,
Knowing the
that's,
line.
that's a
Clear
great
about that.
point.
Yeah.
That's a
Oh
really
my
good
God,
point.
I think about that all the time of just
Yeah.
like how much like irrational self-confidence can you have in yourself to be able to pursue this absolutely insane industry
Yeah.
and at the same time not piss everybody off because
Yeah.
you're intolerable.
That's the thing. I have a lot of self-confidence.
Yeah.
Like really a lot. But I don't like it's always been weird for me where like I feel really confident in myself. Like if you ask me like, is your music the best music ever? Yes. Like, yes.
That's why he was only getting $2K for a Travis feature.
But
Travis Scott?
that said, like I have that like big ego for my own stuff, like personally, but I don't have the same level of confidence that everyone else will feel that way. I have a lot of doubt when it comes to
very good.
do people see me
the way
in
that
the
I
same
see
positive
myself.
way that I see myself.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm doing something great here. I
Yeah.
feel like this podcast is excellent. I feel like my music is excellent. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like my dumb little vlogs are really good content.
Excellent.
Like I'm just like giggling while I'm editing. I'm like, oh, this is
Yeah.
perfect,
Yes,
you know? But yeah, like I don't know. It's just a matter of like, do other people see that? I guess.
Yeah.
So
Right.
yeah, I think that's how I like. Just going back to your thing about how do you find the balance of like having an ego in order to be in this industry, but also not being a total jerk to everybody in your life. Like I think that's how I balance it. Is just keeping it. Like
you can't
I
control
know I'm
everybody
good.
else.
I don't care if they know I'm good. You know? Like it's
wow.
I get a lot of joy
Yeah,
out
you
of the
show
stuff
up
I
like
make.
that.
You
That's
know,
good.
yeah, that's sort of how I try to balance it.
That Taurus.
And I feel like it makes me not a jerk, but I'm very biased to think
Yeah.
I'm not a terrible person.
No.
So-
You're
Oh,
not
you're
a
actually
jerk.
like, he's actually like
You're
so
not a
rude.
jerk.
You're
I
the
don't
biggest jerk. I've never met a
not a
bigger jerk
jerk.
than this guy, right? He didn't even ban Hassan. Should have banned Hassan. Should have banned Hassan. Hassan, I love you, man. Should have been. No, I'm like, no.
I guess we all have very different answers. I'm still not sure I understand what your level of fame that you want is.
What do you want?
What do you want?
What do you need?
I
got
got
it all,
I
So, like, I guess a better question is, at what point would you be uncomfortable? What's the first instance where you'd be like, I don't know if I want this?
I think it really comes down to like, I know I keep saying this, but can I like leave my house? Can I leave my house with or apartment or whatever without like?
So if like you went out and then throughout like being out for 4 or 5 hours, maybe 5 people came up to you.
Yeah, that would be fine. But
Okay.
again, it's a I think there's certain levels, like once you reach certain levels, people do become more demanding of you.
Yeah, of course.
So it's not even just like if people are coming up, the number of people who come up, but it's like, how are you treating me when you come up?
Yeah.
And I feel like when you get to a certain level, they start treating you like you are a commodity. And because you have become a commodity. Yeah. So I never want to get to commodity status.
Okay. Sure. And I understand that. Yeah.
And I don't really know what that tier is. I would love to like have, I think really I've always been in this because I want to build a community. And I want, because that's what I had when I was growing up. Like I was a homeschool kid who like lived on YouTube. Like I had such parasocial relationships with all these creators, right? And so like I have always had this dream of like, that's what I want to be. I want to be someone who like, this is your comfort show that you go to. This is your comfort music that you feel
like,
seen
oh, Risk uploaded. I can eat dinner now.
Yes, exactly. And so like, I want to be able to have that sort of like, you know, I don't know if that's like 1 million followers or whatever. Like, I don't know where that
I think a lot of that really is about like the community you build.
Like the kind of stuff that you put out.
Because it's really easy to like, let's say you make generic pop. I'm going to say a name. You can bleep it out if you want, if this is rude. Let's say you make music like Dua Lipa.
Okay.
Right? Kind of super generic. It's good, but like
it's
generic.
Like, it's pop to like such a degree.
Exactly. So
that
can
like
be
science.
like almost like symbolic icon level pop.
Yeah.
As in like there's, you are this thing for me.
Right.
As opposed to like, I don't know, a much more grounded, humanistic
How much
artist.
have you been scrubbed, basically?
Yeah.
It sounds to me like you want to be a YouTuber who happens to make music sometimes.
I think that's really what it is.
Yeah, I think that's...
You know, because realistically, what I wanted to be was an actress.
Really?
Yeah. And then I was like, I tried to like audition for Juilliard. And that didn't go well, and I was like, I'm never doing this again. I like gave up so quickly. I gave up so quickly. But this was also in like the year that I was like super depressed and trying my best to survive in New York. And so I gave up a lot of things very easily. And I turned to music because music is, as we've talked about, my like, there's something in my soul that needs it. Yeah. But I've always wanted to be on the content side of. I've wanted to make short films. I wanted to, you know, be in something that is like storytelling. Yeah. And that's what I'm trying to make my music into, like building worlds of like storytelling that you can kind of immerse yourself in. So it's not just this auditory experience.
Very cool.
But
and you have videos going along with them
I think
too
that's maybe why I'm like so gung ho about making content with you guys and like starting my own stuff. Because I don't, when I put out music, I kept myself from putting out music for so long because I was like, no one is going to be able to understand who I am with just my music, you know?
And that's something I love doing that with my music too. And like, I have some friends who make music and it's purely the music side of things. Like, like my good friend Clayton Alex, like he uploads his stuff on YouTube and he's got a pretty good following over there, but he doesn't do like the type of YouTube content where you're talking to a camera.
He's vlogging.
That's not his style. And like we've talked about it and he doesn't want to do that. He wants to focus on the music.
That's so fascinating.
And for me, it's like, I see the YouTube thing and the music thing really going hand in hand. Like when I dropped my album, You Deserve the World meant so much to me that like if I just dropped that and put it out there for people to listen to and didn't like give my side of like what this means in like a YouTube video format,
you wouldn't have been fulfilled.
I wouldn't have been fulfilled. So like I made a video afterwards talking about here's what the whole album means. Like here's the story of it. Like listen for this. Here's what I'm really proud of, you know? And like I love doing that. So I think that's always going to be part of it.
You said a really important, to me at least, you mentioned world building. I think that's like the core of it all.
I think you're so good at that.
Yeah, well that's what I consider my main thing to be. I create worlds. That's what I consider. And
it's the vibe.
And that's why I have to like do a bunch of different things because to build a world is like a lot of stuff.
Yes.
Right? And so
it's a lot of touch points.
When you say that, like that's to me the essence of creating something fully. Like being able to articulate it in any medium. And when you take music and YouTube and bring it together, it's the perfect like symbiosis of the visual and also the auditory and the story
and the internal like
I think those are the two mediums that are most easy.
Do you guys think that in order to become an icon like Elvis or Michael Jackson or something like that, you can't show that much of yourself? Do you feel like you have to be polished and scrubbed down and, you know, commoditized and whatever?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that sort of icon, I don't think you can just be like that real person.
It's like showing your humanity and your realism.
I don't think so. Like
I would even, if I can add here, because I think about this a good amount too. I would even think it's like, I use the word, you mentioned the word distill. I think that stuck with me. You have to distill certain aspects of yourself to be simple and like easily understood, easily like this person is this, and it's not that you're not that.
Yeah.
It's just a very simple and distilled version of you to the extreme, as opposed to you being like a human. Every human being like is very we're nuanced.
Yeah, it's like one of those color wheels where all the colors are like mashed together versus like red, green, blue, yellow.
Sure.
Simplified.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
distilled is the better.
Right.
Is the better
I think
word.
it's a healthy, because you can do it and not have it be distilled. It can just be fake.
Yeah.
But then you'd be miserable.
Well, and that's what they did with all of the Disney stars, the Mickey Mouse Club. You think of Britney Spears, you think of who's that guy? As long as I got my suit and tie, I'm making out on the floor tonight. Justin.
I have no idea
not
what this girl's talking about. Right?
Justin, the other guy, help me.
Justin Timberlake?
Timberlake.
Okay.
I was thinking that too, but I was like, I would think you would get that.
I think that's like kind of obvious.
That's like the Justin, besides Justin Bieber.
It's like it's kind of hard to miss them. No, it's okay. You're okay. You're okay.
My aura.
You got
aura.
It's fine. Give her aura. Give her aura.
No, you can't lose your aura.
I can't
You're
lose my aura.
vibe.
Take it back.
You're vibe. You
The
need all
vibe has
this.
infinite aura. Okay, the vibe has aura to spare, baby.
Actually,
Like
that
the
might be what
Avatar?
it is. Just having aura. These like super pop stars have infinite aura. You evoke their name, and there is aura. Like so, the vibe. That's what it's. Like it's the vibe. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens to him or what people think of him. He's the vibe.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
and I just realized, I think this is perfect, actually. If we all achieve our goals, we actually just need him to achieve his goal. And
There
then
you
by
go.
proxy, we'll be small little content
I
creators.
think about that a lot as well. That like one of my goals is for everyone around me to be a millionaire, just from the fact that there's so much coming in that you can do all the things that you want just from knowing that.
Big dreams.
It's a
Big
big dream of mine as well. Not, I don't put a monetary value on it, but just like being able to help my friends do their world building or their creative projects or whatever.
Yeah.
Being part of something that you don't have to worry about where is this going to be financed from or
you know, that's so stressful.
I know it's the worst.
I think before we like wrap up this episode, I have a question for both of you about all this, because we all answered the first question, how famous do we want to be? We all answered that very differently. But we're still all people who want to be somewhat famous, which is not how many people are. And I feel like
That's
a lot of
true.
people watching this
That's so true.
like,
some people don't want to be famous at all.
And not only that, but a lot of people who even love certain celebrities or whatever, as soon as you see somebody who's trying to be famous in any way, it's kind of cringe, or it's like, why do you care that people want to, whatever. So I'm just curious, and maybe I'll think about it and answer too, but like, what's your response to like why do you want to be famous? Like, is it purely a selfish thing that I want eyes on me?
Oh yeah.
If it is, can you even admit to that? Like, can you admit that to yourself?
Right.
Like, what is the truth? I want to know.
Do you want to go first?
I definitely do.
Hit us.
I think fame as a goal is the same thing as money as a goal. It's the wrong target to have, but it's the most like easily like trickable, or like if there's like a pain or a trauma or something in your life and you want to fill that gap, like money, I want money, but money's not really what you want.
Right.
There's something beyond that. Fame, I want fame. Fame's not really what you want. There's something beyond it.
Yeah.
I think these like are fame and money. It's okay to want them, and honestly, I think depending on your goal, like I'm always gonna like anchor it back to what is your goal, right? Because if in like pursuit of the goal, there's like I want to be famous for this thing, then I think it becomes a medium or like a vehicle to get you towards something bigger.
Right.
But like that as the end outcome is just gonna end in like misery.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you're always on the treadmill and you're never actually getting what you want because you're not filling the wound that you have.
I guess the money comparison is good because like most people, except maybe a few people out there, most people don't want $1 billion because they want to see a big number. Yeah. They want $1 billion because now they have like the ability to do whatever they want. Yeah. And I feel like fame is probably the same thing. It's like, okay, once you get a certain level of fame, now you can achieve the things you really want to do.
Right.
Like I can see that like fame as a means to an end for me. It's like
you just hit it.
Yeah.
You just hit it. That's the level of fame that I want. To be able to do the things that I want to do, but then past that, I don't need the extra. I don't want it to like be getting to a point where it's going out of control.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I just want to do the things that I want to do.
Yeah. No, that's so real. Like I would love to have, some people who just make beats for me.
Yeah,
you know? And who know what sort of beats I want and show me the beats.
Right.
And then they can handle like the mastering for me and
Yeah.
like all that sort of stuff. Like, you know, just having people on my team to help with the stuff. So I can do less of the thing I don't like and more of the thing I do.
Yeah, that's so.
Building
Especially like
team.
people to book venues for me and help promote my shows, things like that. Like that's where fame is helpful because
Yeah.
I don't like promoting concerts. I
Yeah.
like doing concerts.
As you have mentioned.
Yeah.
Please,
You
will
know?
50 people show
Like,
up to my concert?
I just want to post. I want to post and ghost and then have
Yeah.
people show up, you know?
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so I guess for me though, it is interesting because there is still like I have to admit to myself that there's some desire to have people look at me
Yeah.
and be like, he's
Yeah.
cool, you know?
Right.
And that feels so lame to say.
I
You
don't
know?
think it is
But-
though, because
Why?
I think sometimes you do have to realize that what you have been given is a gift.
Hmm.
Like you can see it in whatever spiritual sense that you want to, right? But
Mhm.
you have something that
Yeah.
a lot of people don't, and it's the ability to reach people in a place that is very hard to reach through anything other than art.
Mhm.
Right? That's a gift. And to entertain like that, to be,
Sure.
you know, a sense of light, a sense of relief, a sense of for a moment, I'm not thinking about anything else other than this and
Yeah.
how much dopamine it's releasing in my brain, right?
Yeah.
That's, we might think of it as like, oh, whatever, like, you just want to be a superstar or whatever. Like, but no, there's something so we've had entertainers since the dawn of time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
We've
true.
had, you know, people doing
She's
like
inflating my ego, y'all.
what?
Watch
No,
out.
but just like, I
Watch
think-
out. DG's a superstar incoming.
I'm scared. My aura. He's taking my aura.
No, but it's a
You
good
know,
point.
'cause
It's
I
a good
think
point.
that's,
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day,
Mhm.
if you have something that is meant to connect people, it is
Mhm.
your duty to pursue it and to share it.
Yeah,
That's-
you almost have
that's
like
real.
an obligation.
An obligation.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
real.
Yep.
That's real. Yeah, you're inflating my ego.
You're like, whoa,
I'm being
whoa.
influenced.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I don't know. I guess it's just it's still I always feel a sense of like, oh, it's kind of icky to want to like have people looking at you first so you can get that like
I think it is if you're going it from a sense of look at me.
Yeah,
Right.
I think that's
Yeah,
fame
yeah.
for the sake of
Yeah.
fame. You know,
Yeah.
and maybe that might just be.
I guess that's what I'm saying is like I feel a little bit
Bit of
of I want
Yeah.
some fame for the sake of fame.
Yeah, well, of course, I want that shit. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, and it's hard to admit that to myself. I talk
think-
about this on You Deserve the
I
World
think
when
I
I say
think it
like,
makes sense.
am I trying to inspire or influence?
Yeah,
when I
yeah,
really
yeah.
think about it, I feel stupid. It's
that's
like,
Right.
definitely human nature in itself.
Yeah.
It's just like, I think a part of it's status, a
Mhm.
part of
Yeah.
it's like to feel important. You know, it's,
Right.
it's a human nature. I don't think.
I guess it's not a bad
And
thing.
low key,
I
the
guess it's not a
fact
bad
might
that
be.
you're
I don't know.
Might be.
introspective
It's
enough
human
to
nature.
realize it
Yeah,
is just indication enough to me that it's like, no, let that guy have the fame. I'd rather
Yeah.
you,
I'll take it.
who's introspective, have the fame than some asshole who's gonna, use it for bad.
Me.
Sure. Yeah. Then some asshole on the other side of this couch.
Yeah, shit.
Exactly
That's
what I
great.
was gonna say. I'm
That's
glad
great.
you took the words out of my mouth.
I think that might be a perfect place to wrap this one up,
Yeah,
honestly.
I
That
think
was
so.
great. Thank you for tuning into this episode of the Hook Podcast and for increasing all of our fame by one view. It really does help.
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to leave a like on it. If we get 2 likes on this video, we will say thank you to everybody in the comments.
Ooh, I like that.
Let us know what you thought of this episode. We'll be back with another one real soon.
Bye, guys. Love you.
Peace. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Hook Podcast.
Hook.
It's the vibe.
DG the artist here.
I'm
No, that
still
doesn't-
Riz.
Yeah, that doesn't
I'm
work.
still just Riz.